Let's do it. Let's do it. I can't get around the Nicki Minaj conversation happening all over my timeline and all through the comments and all you cats who were throwing wild shit in my comments about this Nicki Minaj situation. Don't start erasing your comments now, please. I'll love to try and make me look crazy every time I tell people there's a lot of bullshit happening. Turn around, y'all erasing comments because I called you out on it. Don't do that. Instead, do me a favor. Shout out to everybody on IG. Do me a favor. It's Christmas sweater time. It's Christmas sweater time. It's Christmas sweater time. Do me a favor. Everybody who's pulling up on IG, hit the link in my bio. I'm on StreamYard right now. I want y'all to come up. Let's have this Nicki Minaj conversation like I said I was going to do. Y'all have been wilding in my comments. I got room for 4 guests up over here on StreamYard. So hit the StreamYard link on in my bio. Pull up. Let's have this talk. Mecca had a client booked for December 30th for the pod. Stop replying to me. Flights and hotels are booked. I don't know what you want me to do about that. I'm not even being funny. I don't know what you want me to do about that. When's the last time you saw me on that show? Seven, 8 Adam, which is a very clever name. But yeah, man, I can't help you. Man, you probably should have DM'd me that, but like, yeah, it's no disrespect, but I can't help you. For everybody else who's pulling up, welcome. Having this conversation about Nicki Minaj. My comments went nuts. Oh, people already pulling up. Surplus, what up? Aqua Productions, what up? Can I open this up so y'all can come on in? Y'all should be able to come on in. Let's get the layout going. How many of y'all can I fit on screen with me at once? I think I'll do it like that. Will that work? That's kind of cool. That's cool too. Matter of fact, it'll be me and 2 other people who want to pull up. What up? Who has to be in my live? TJ from the BX. Go to my bio. There's a link up there. Come over to StreamYard. Hope it works out. Would love to connect with you further. I hit you on the DM. Well, bro, come on. Hey, Sin, what's happening? Come on over to StreamYard, everybody. We're talking Nicki Minaj over here. Merry Christmas, bro. I hope you're having a happy New Year. Shout out to you. Respect and love on this side. All that fly shit. All that fly shit. I hope you have one too. You want to hear me rap more. Me too. 2026. Me too. Pull up. Everybody on Instagram, come on over to StreamYard. We're gonna have this talk because the way that y'all are going in on me after my Meccaahnism Monday, you think that I was the one on Turning Point USA. I didn't tell her to go. Believe it or not everybody listens to me. You mean YouTube, Mac? There's a link up there for that too. Mac used to rap at Don Hills. That's true. Hollywood, if you want to blow me up, why don't you come on over to StreamYard? Why don't you and B74? I left the link. I left the link in my bio on IG. It says StreamYard. It even says the Nicki Minaj conversation because it's time for us to get in here. So I'm going live on it's YouTube as well, but if you want to talk back, it's StreamYard. And that's popping over there too. And I promise everybody who's watching, I'm going to get way more serious about all of the above this coming year. I know that I have not been where I should be. Jerry, don't say it in the comments over here, Jerry, especially you. Come to StreamYard, Jerry. I sat in with your nice thing. You can come over here and talk Nicki with me. We be exchanging some Queens banter. From one Queen's head to, I don't know. I didn't see the Nicki video in totality. I understand. I understand. But if you want to share your sentiments about what you have seen, that's cool too. We can talk about that too. Put a hand up if you want to pull up. Put a hand up if you want to pull up, and I'll come get you, and we can start this conversation. Mm-hmm. Invite guests. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna get way more serious about all of this stuff in like 2 seconds. So please, Nicki out here tripping. I hear you. I hear you. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Mecca, I literally had a convo this week while you don't have your own platform podcast. Hollywood, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Okay, let me put it this way. Let's just comedian Trill. What up, bro? Let's just put it this way. And I'm not putting it any specific kind of way, but I'm not the kind of person to rush into anything. If you've learned anything about me watching the show, I tend to be a little strategic. I tend to be a little calculated when it comes to the next move. I don't like just jumping out and doing shit just to say that I'm doing it. So if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. So I've been having the meetings and I've been having all the talks and I've been making sure that when I do pull up for another pod, mine specifically, it's going to be what I want it to be, and it's going to be what the people have been asking for. So, and that takes time. That takes time. Not to mention the fact that there are albums to work on. Mine. There's a whole conglomerate team. Shout out to the whole conglomerate. Shout out to Busta Rhymes. There's a lot of projects, and then there are other people I have NDAs signed with that I can't talk about, but it's fire. So yeah, there's a lot to do, and I would rather take my time and do it right than rush and have to redo it. Patience is a virtue. I used to walk around saying patience was overrated. Not rushing you, but you have other not so knowledgeable folks spewing hip hop rhetoric all over the web. Well, why don't you come on over to StreamYard with me, Hollywood? Like, pull up on StreamYard. Let's talk about it over here. I put the link. The link should be pinned in the description of this one over on Instagram, and I actually put the link over here on StreamYard and YouTube. But absolutely, please pull up and continue to YouTube, and just make sure this is up and running too. But I would like to have this conversation with folks because it's not okay. It's not okay. For those who are a little unaware, um, love that you're working on music. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. Soon come. Soon come. Believe it, I'm closer to done than not. So soon come. And that's just me with my project. That's not talking about the albums that I'm doing with a couple of other heads. So yeah, soon come. But Nicki went over to Turning Point USA. She sat down with Erica Kirk, who's Charlie Kirk's widow, and she gave glowing testimonials to Salute Zingard. She gave glowing testimonials to Donald Trump. She said it's okay for boys, encourage boys to just be boys. And I think the wildest take for me was, black women don't have to put down white women in order to feel beautiful. I don't know how many women we have in the chat, but if y'all could tell me where that was happening, did I miss something? I don't remember that. I'm not saying I'm in women's conversations to that extent that I should know, but that's all brand new to me. I've never heard of such a thing. When was that ever a thing? Uh, and I'm down to be wrong. I am down to be wrong. If you could just tell me how. I've never seen that happening before. And I'm really wondering how you guys feel about it. I'm a hip hop head. I try to steer clear of politics and religion, and this just happens to be a subject where the two are combining. One of Nicki's um, her initial entry into this situation was speaking at the United Nations and speaking about how Christians were being massacred in Nigeria. And shout out to my brother Mark Lamont Hill. He was one of the guys who pointed out that it's not the massacre is not it's not specific to Christians. It's actually Muslims are being massacred, um, atheists are being massacred. If they don't think you're a good enough Christian, you're being massacred. I think plain and simple, it's a massacre, and I think we could just start and stop with the idea that people are being chopped up, regardless of who they pray to, and how about we just get on in there and get that fixed. But it's been a lot of the topic seems to be centralized around Christians being massacred in Nigeria. And here's my thing, guy. I honestly don't care what gets somebody into the fight. If hearing that Christians are being massacred is the thing that gets you off of your chair and into the game to stop a massacre, I'm all for it. I don't really care what makes you up jump the boogie. But my thing is, Nicki has always been a powerful enough voice that she didn't have to side with Turning Point USA and MAGA and Trump to get this point across. And I'm not understanding. I know there are reasons, and everybody is speculating as to what those reasons are, why she decided to go ahead and jump out the window and rock with 47 and his crew. But and then the things she's saying, like black women don't have to downplay. You don't have to have blonde hair and blue eyes to feel good about yourself. I'm misquoting, and I know I am. So I don't want you to, don't quote me. But this is wild. My question to y'all who are watching is, can she come back from this? It looks as if she's really wanting attention. Yeah, but for what? If she wanted attention, B74, and I'm not anti B74, I hear what you're saying. If Nicki wanted attention, she could have always just released some music or started another beef. That always seems to, I hear more about her beefs than I do about her bars, which is like super crazy to stay relevant. Do we really? She has to have a handler, fam. It's crazy. We still love her though. Okay, California Trail TV, I hear you. So there's still love for Nicki, even though right now she's wilding, and she's not the, if we call it wilding, and she's not the first person, right? We have um, Rick Ross performing over there. Snoop performed for a crew that was all Trump everything. Nelly has gone on the record. I remember he was shitting on Kamala and bigging up Trump, which is always strange to me. It's always strange to me that it's to endorse this person, this other person can't be shit, and it's like the worst person ever. Or Kamala's not even black. Yeah, but we know Trump isn't. Like, how is that a point? Here I go getting into politics, which is exactly what I don't want to do. I want to stick to music. Um, do you think? First question is, do you think she can come back from this? We know Nicki was a rapper. We knew before Nicki was a rapper that she was crazy. When we used to do those phone taps on YouTube, oh, like she was a stud. I remember that. She had this back and forth with Remy back then. I remember that. She's always been strange, but this is a new level. Jamie, I completely agree. Everybody on Instagram, There's a link in the bio. Come on over to StreamYard. Come on over to YouTube. I'm live up there right now. Pull up, pull up. The conversation is happening on the side of the screen. No, she can't come back. The way she did it was all wrong. All this from a chick that dyed her hair, called herself a Barbie, and has more plastic in her body than a milk carton factory. Ouch. I'm not a huge fan, and after hearing her wild perspective years ago, I do not follow her. And 374 says she doesn't think she can come back. Yes, America is not the top pay if we're talking rap. California Trill TV, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? America is not the top pay if we're talking rap. Hey, listen, if you guys want to get on camera, if anybody wants to get on camera, say the word. I'll just say something. I'll tap you in. You can. I'm all for having this conversation on cam if you're down. That's up to you. Shout out to everybody over here on IG. If you want to get on the camera, the link is in the bio. Pull up. Let's keep this talk face to face. Shout out to you, Marcus Jerry. This is a great conversation that is needed. This is disgraceful. I never thought I would see the day Nicki is full-blown MAGA. Here's the thing. Everybody who's watching this right now, the people on IG probably already know, but I do Meccaahnism Monday every Monday. I dropped it this previous Monday, and the topic was Nicki Minaj. I'm really not. I laid out the reasons why this seems so crazy. California Trail TV is coming up. Let me get you on stage, brother.
How you doing, family? Shout out to you, Matt.
There you go, California Trail TV. Hey, you're the comedian who was
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Pull up. I can balance this a little better than that since there's just two of us. There we go. Yeah.
What's up to y'all, man?
Tell me what you're thinking.
All right. Since we just talking rap and not talking politics, I believe that she can still come back. She can always come back because she's more influential because it's more of the world than it is America. You know, so if they're using her as an influence when it comes to rap, she could always come back because she's making more money, bigger concerts, and everything else from Africa to Australia to, these places where they can have 30 to 50,000 people come per concert.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe, when it comes to that, she's more influential elsewhere. She's done all that she can do here in America because the what do they call it? Like the Barbie thing, is like the culture now. So they don't need her to push that.
You think her movement is self-propelling and doesn't necessarily need, she can jump in and jump out whenever she wants?
Right, because she has the machine behind her and a pretty big machine at that.
Which machine are we talking about? Are we speaking on an industry machine or her fan base specifically?
The industry machine combined with her fan base, because she hasn't really put out music in a while like that. She can always take breaks off and then come back in to be relevant, like you announced earlier that she could have just started a beef.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Then she has other artists that if she don't start the beef, they would still put her in it.
That's an interesting perspective. I'll tell you my pushback on that, and I'm not shitting on you. I'm just like let's keep the ideas flowing here. I'll tell you my pushback on that. One, I've always been under the when it comes to culture, when America sneezes, the world catches a cold, right?
Right.
I believe her international fan base has always been largely leveraged against her popularity in America, right? So whereas she can probably, I don't think there's any place that loves music that won't have a promoter and an audience that's willing to pay for Nicki Minaj to pull up and do XYZ, one of her many hits. Like I can see that. I can see her show bag being pretty limitless. I think
Right.
the audience is going to shrink because I don't know if you saw, I don't know if you saw this, but out of all the things she said on that Turning Point USA interview, she sat down with Erica Cook for. Out of all the things she said, I think the most damaging thing to her brand specifically was when she told, when she said, "Boys, it's okay to just be boys." Right now, that don't mean shit to me. That
Right.
doesn't mean anything to me. But if you know her audience is largely women and LGBTQ folk, like that's her wave. Those people put her on the pedestal and kept her there. Those barbs are vicious when they start talking that talk. And for you to tell, some of these, for you to tell that audience, which is largely made up of gay men who consider themselves Barbies, you tell
Mm-hmm.
them to go be boys, that's like you know being Latino and rocking the MAGA hat, and then can't understand why ICE is picking your ass up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how she turned her back on her core audience. Like she really shitted on them. And this administration and Turning Point USA are not fans or have shown no real signs of being fans of alternative lifestyles. Any kind of
Right.
alternative, like, traditional Christian values and all this other stuff really speaks negative to what they are. And I'm not here to tell you one is right and one is wrong. But
Mm-hmm.
what I am here to tell you is if my crowd was made up of cats and I started promoting dogs, the cats are gonna break the fuck. They're gonna be out. They're not sticking around. Like that's great. Like I don't know how you're that against your base. That's crazy. I don't like Donald Trump marrying Kamala Harris. Like
Right.
his base would lose their mind if he did some shit like that.
I don't know, right? Because Donald Trump is married to a foreigner.
She's a white foreigner.
Yeah, but it's still a foreigner in the eyes of the MAGA eyes. Like she's not, and when you come to that, right? So then we have to look at this. With all the news that's been coming out, because we're not really trying to go politics, but it's kind of running hand in hand. You see that back door is open when it comes to the LGBTQ plus. So you got
Okay,
a
okay.
lot of them.
Did you mean to say it that way? Is that pun intended? The back door is open for the LGBT. Like, did you really mean to say
No,
it
yo,
that way? You a
pause, because
comedian,
I'm
bro.
on
I
the
gotta
West
ask these
Coast.
questions. You did that.
Yeah. Pause. I'm on the West Coast, so we don't really say pause that much, right? But
I
since
can
I'm
see my comments going crazy off of that one. I gotta make sure I'm trying to line me up here. Like, go ahead, I'm listening.
I'm saying with the Epstein and everything else is showing you that a lot of these people are fronting and saying that they not with that, but they really are. So the agendas are still running hand in hand.
Okay. I see where you're coming from. Let me see if I can get some clarity on this because I see your point. Are you is it your position that Trump has such a fanatical following that even
Mm-hmm.
when he's dead wrong, even if he's hypocritical, even if he's out and out lying, even if he said he was going to do the one thing and then went back in another, his fans always ride for him. So are you saying that Nicki has the same level of devotion with her fan base? Like they are like she can almost do no wrong with the core fans. They're gonna ride for her regardless.
With her core fans, of course, they ride with her because they're on the same frequency as her. But for those of us that's not really her core fan, but enjoy just her music because she does put out great music. When it comes to fans and the monster, like I keep saying, the machine, we've seen this with Steve Harvey, we've seen this with Ice Cube, we've seen this with Kanye, we've seen this over and over and over again.
Mm,
And we never what's the word I'm looking for, we never prosecute. Like we talk but we still all eyes in. We still show nothing but attention to, like we're talking about it now. So no matter what she says, it's just going to bring attention. And now we know that all publicity is good publicity. And then sometimes in this, like you said, you're very calculated, and they are too. Right. So it's something in the middle of it that we just as a whole don't see. But what we're not going to do is just crucify and absolutely drown the people. Like even when it comes to Diddy,
Okay.
It's no way to knock him down when it comes to our community. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have enough power to. It's still going to work. The money is coming from other clans.
I think in a world where attention is the new currency, a lack of attention is the way to bankrupt somebody. So while I hear you, and I don't disagree with what you're saying,
Right.
I think there is a world where listen, if you can have poor white people still voting for Trump, if you can have, out the closet gay men and women still voting for Trump, knowing how
Right.
he feels about all of the above, like with all the evidence that he's shown you that he doesn't care about poor people, he's not here for the LGBTQ plus crowd. Like, if you can have people still vote for him and still support him, still put on the red hat, then I completely understand. It does make sense that even if she's insulting her base to their faces, Nicki would still have fans. Now, somebody in the comments, let me. Jamie Martinez is making a very real point. Says Trump is a white man. That's the difference. Nicki is a black woman, and she's not legal in this country. Like if ICE was really on some shit, they could pull up and bag her. Like she's not.
Right.
And it's not they don't have to guess. They know. It's like common knowledge that she doesn't have her papers yet, or her paperwork isn't completely together. Oh, hold on, we got that boy dope. Let me bring you to the stage too, King. Go and pull up. There we go. What's good, boy?
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
sir.
can see you. Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Trump is away. There's something underlying that she is desperately seeking from this administration. That's Miss J. What do you think?
I'm gonna answer that last question. I'm gonna let my guy, that boy, go. Right. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Like, if you look at it, they have already gained control of all media, whether it be radio or whether it be visual, with whatever streams information, they have control of it. So it's no way for the people themselves to knock these people off. And like you said, if they really wanted her out of there, then like you said, ISIS will be knocking at her door. And that's probably the main thing that got her to do what she do, because we will take everything from you because you got it illegally.
Okay. Answer me this. Who's and this is something that Guru,
Can
shout
I
out to
just
young
quick
Guru.
question?
Yeah. You know what? Go ahead.
I missed the last 2-3 minutes of the exchange, so I don't know what the lasting point was. Is it like, does she have an ulterior motive on why she's doing what she's doing?
We were
Like,
just about to get into that. If
okay.
that's what you'd like to go for,
No. Pose whatever you're about to pose first, and then
my thought is well, something I want to stop doing. I want us to stop doing. I want us to stop saying they, and I want us to start putting a name on who we're talking about. Guru was very specific with the show when he pulled up. He was like, give the devil his name. Name the monster. Don't just keep calling him they. Don't keep it abstract, and so we don't really know where we're aiming at. But like, if it's the DuPont family, if it's this, if it's that, if it's the government, if it's Trump, if it's this. And I remember doing that when RFK came to the show. He kept saying they, and I stopped him. Who's they? And he said the military industrial complex. I said, oh, okay, cool.
Me or you? Go ahead, that boy.
No, I was just ad-libbing. I was saying put a name on the bullet.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But I want to hear your point just the same, bro. Like, kick in. What you got?
No, so my thing is, it's not even um an elaborate. I I just want to keep it simple. I think that we should stop giving celebrities that we like and that have like done amazing things for one sector of the culture,
Mm-hmm.
and that like be parlayed into another sector of just like understanding. Some things are what they are. I don't I don't want to even diminish her, value as an adult to make it seem like she doesn't have agency to make her own decisions.
Of course not.
So it's like just because she's Nicki Minaj, I don't want to, conjure this elaborate ulterior motive for whatever, conspiracy theories are floating on the internet. If this is the stand that she wants to take as an adult, we kind of just have to accept it for what it is. And based on wherever you fall on, you know, even if we're just because you said you wanted to just keep it music. I personally don't like to talk politics, but like I said, some things are what they are. If she's standing on one side of the fence and you're on this side of the fence, it's okay to just say that, yeah, I'm not rocking with her. If it's just for this moment, then let it be this moment.
Mm-hmm.
But for me personally, if you just want to hear my opinion, the signs have been there. She was talking crazy about another woman's kids. I'm not gonna get into the whole,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and nobody batted an eye. Her whole tribe, you know, stood tall on that, and made it seem like that was okay. So I'm interested to see, to your original question, like if she could like bypass this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a real test, and we're seeing it with like the 21 Savages and the whole Atlanta thing right now going on. Like, are we hypocrites when it comes to like our favorites, or are we really gonna stand on something? Like, there's a lot of hypocrisy in rap, there's a lot of hypocrisy in the culture, but I think now more than ever, you can't really be flip floppy and like have a credible name going forward. Just from my estimation of where I think things are gonna go. So it's interesting to see what her fan base is gonna do, because I think she's cratering her credibility. Like, Paul's Our Gag City tour is, predominantly the people that she's kind of saying F you to right now. So
My point exactly.
musically, she has a niche that could potentially, we see with Kanye. And if I'm being long winded, cut me off. But like, Kanye has been able to survive just because he has global hits. I don't know if Nicki Minaj has that reach where in her 50s she's going to be able to say, you know what, F America, I'm going to go to Europe, I'm going to go to Asia, I'm going to go to Africa and just tour.
Well,
I don't
that was Demetrius's point. That was Demetrius that her popularity extends beyond the U.S. But my counter to that is the U.S. popularity in the U.S. largely sets the tone globally. Like they may still
right.
love you globally, and I agree with you. There's always going to be some place that Nikki can go and do a show and make some money. I
She's
and
already like there.
Yeah,
Where
no,
she's
she's
never not going
she
to
hit
be
that mark a
successful.
long time ago. But I think, and we're not necessarily getting into politics because I don't really want to um I don't really want to start. I don't want to turn this into a Democrat versus Republican thing. But I
Right.
do think her flipping on her fan base like this needs to be studied. I'm very curious as to what in the backlash I'm getting on my line. People hitting me like, "Yo, you see what she's doing?" And the conversations are just wild, and people are so polarized by the fact that someone with such a huge voice is now doing this against her base. Like this is your base is this. You are now riding with the antithesis of your base. To everybody over here on Mecca met you on the train like last year. Peace and love, King. Love, King. Salute. Everybody over here on Instagram. Join us over here on YouTube. Pull up. We live on YouTube right now. Just pull up, pull up. You can come on camera. Let's have this conversation because I'm sick of these long-winded paragraphs in my Instagram. If we don't do that, you might as well come talk about it. Now, LR Blitzkrieg, shout out to Blitz Plague. There's a legal battle where a judge is close to forcing the sale of her $20 million mansion to pay a $500,000 default judgment owed to a security guard, Thomas Weidenmuller, from a 2019 assault involving her husband, Kenneth Petty, in Frankfurt. What happened to in Frankfurt, who suffered a broken jaw and hasn't been paid, and a judge is ready to order the sale of Nicki's Hidden Hills home to cover the debt. Nicki is for sale, plain and simple. I think her cult following is mean and vicious. MAGA has a cult following that is mean and vicious, and in her warped mind, these two things are aligned. Huh.
So, can I ask you a question? I don't know if you know this off the top of your head, but do you know, as a journalist, do you remember her being supportive of the Obama administration? Like, was she a part of that panel?
I don't think she campaigned to the extent that Jay did and Beyonce did. I don't think she was out loud. But I remember there was a couple of bars about, Obama this and Obama that. And I remember there was a couple, she's never.
There was one specific moment that I vaguely remember. That's why I wanted you to verify, where Ross was talking about, I think, again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I feel like Meek was still like battling some type of legal situation.
Mm-hmm.
And off the strength of him and Nicki, they were, campaigning to get Meek, access into. There was like a photo op. I don't know if they were all in it, but I vaguely remember Ross talking about a situation where she was like riding for him hard to.
I remember that.
You understand? Yeah. So
when they were a couple.
When they were together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't.
So it's just weird that she's doing this 180.
And, that's part of my point. Like, it's not even just the 180 of now supporting Trump,
mm-hmm.
who his pardons for rappers have been pretty well documented. So maybe there's something there. My thing is, it's the 180 against her base. It's the 180 against her core fan base, and she has. The reports say that she lost 10 million Instagram followers, like in the space of an hour. A gang of people ran and unfollowed her on Instagram.
I feel like that's light. I'm surprised that
she deaded the Instagram before she could lose more followers. She stopped the IG, but 10 million followers in the space of an hour, you've pissed some people off. Like somebody's not happy with you. 10 million followers just out the window. Jerry, please pull up. Jerry, come on, get on camera. Blitz, same thing. If you're in front of your joint, come get on camera. Flipping even against one's core audience isn't new in this day and age. Bill Maher, numerous comedians, etc. Also, during the
but those people
during the back and forth with Cardi, she seemed to have gone off the rails. Yeah, the quick turn doesn't need to be studied because she's been playing with people from the jump.
I was seeing something in the chat. I was questioning whether it mattered because, like, what's her trajectory? Because, like, is she gonna be really? Not to say that, and I don't like to put a cap on hip hop or, with this statement I'm about to say. Like, I'm not saying that she's incapable of doing it, but just if we take our love aside, has Nicki? She had, with her last album. Salute, she did that one, but the last couple weren't the greatest. She's not batting 1,000 when it comes to, the position that she wants to play in the mainstream. I don't think that she doesn't have the ability to get with fuck it, I'm not even gonna say Alchemist. Let's just say Scott Storch or somebody like that still plays, into, you know, the hybrid underground or mainstream. Like you could catch one with Scott, right? So is she gonna put out another phenomenal album? Does she have one? I don't know. That's debatable to depending on who you're talking to. So maybe this isn't a career move. Maybe this is just like what she's on right now. I don't think she uh has participated in the mainstream conversation in a minute. So like why is that even a part of the conversation right now?
Because how do I put this? I think most of it is because it's so jarring of a 180, right?
Right.
If there was a first of all, let's keep it above. If there was a possibility of her um evolving into a Diddy kind of mogul, a Jay-Z kind of mogul, if there was that possibility, or even a Kanye style mogul, you know what I mean? Like extending her brand into fashion, perfume, going the Rihanna route.
Yeah.
All of that from a business standpoint is contingent on her continued popularity, right? That's
Right.
number
And her vehicle is music.
right. Number two, all musicians have a dry spell. Everybody, our greatest have had albums that were, even by their standards, by their metric, and by their opinion, they'll tell you this album that I did won the greatest one. This album
Mm-hmm.
that I did won the greatest one. They'll all tell you that. So
Mm-hmm.
she could have survived not having one or two, good albums in the catalog, or one or
You're
two.
saying without this 180.
Say it again.
You're saying without this 180.
100%.
Okay.
If
I
just
agree.
just
I
just
agree.
on the trajectory, just being a musician, right? Just as an MC, as a rapper, as Nicki Minaj who makes music, take all of this Turning Point USA stuff aside, even with the beef and back and forth with what feels like every other major female
Yeah.
MC on the map, take all of that into account. That's all just music shit.
Yeah.
And there's always a chance to come back when it's only just music. One hot song will put you back in the running, and as long as you haven't turned people off to the extent that they're like, "Nah, I'm never listening to this shit again." If Kanye could say slavery was a choice and people still bump his shit, then yeah, there's always going to be a chance. My thing is, you told your fan. First of all, you went with the fan base who was anti your fan base. They are anti you. Hold on, my brother Blitz is in here. Let's get him up
Okay.
on stage. I'll take this little time to say, everybody here on Instagram, link in the bio. Pull up. We're having a good talk over here on YouTube. I'm live on YouTube. Everybody over here on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. Let everybody know you in here. Let's keep this conversation. Let's up these numbers a little bit. Blitz, I am pulling you up on stage right now. You're on mute, and that's not me. You have to unmute yourself.
Yo.
There we go. There we go. Again, everybody pulling up on the live on IG. I'm over here having the talk on YouTube. Link, Tommy Rebel, what up? Links in the bio. Pull up on YouTube. We're having the talk over here. Come on, get busy. Blitz.
Yeah, man.
You didn't have to shit on everybody with that hoodie. That doesn't.
I mean, I got one for you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Does it have my name on it though, or not?
Your name is on it.
Merry
I
Christmas
got you.
to me.
In Nick's blue and orange.
Oh, you're disgusting. You're disgusting. You're trying to make me name my firstborn after you or some fly shit. Anyway, Blitz has been very vocal in the chat, so I definitely wanted to have him come up here and one too. Please, if you will.
Nah, I was just saying I saw that she has this judgment against her. I know that that's something that is weighing heavily on her back, aside from all of her legal troubles that stem from her husband. And I think that she thinks that a hive mind, cultish following is going to help her in some way. And if that means that she's going to lose, half of her audience to gain another half of an audience that she deems more powerful in some way just because they're in charge right now, then, she might feel it's worth it. She might feel it's worth it. So
If MAGA was really anti-LGBTQ plus, he would have changed the law on violence against the gay community being a hate crime. Bro, we are not even a year in, and he's already reversed Roe v. Wade. He's already taken away certain protections in the workplace as far as harassment is concerned, and he's galvanized the base that is completely about that action. So, California Trill, I hear you, but the evidence has us trending in the direction that you're talking about. So, it just because it hasn't happened yet, if it happened tomorrow, nobody would be shocked. That's kind of my point. And for your sister, I do not think it was money. She eliminated her whole audience, and white people who think like typical white people are not going to buy her product.
I have a question. She has a million tweets, but wasn't one of her like points of contention with Jay in particular, like, I think she was comparing the amount of help that Eminem may have had in her career or somebody's career versus Jay, and she was like using that as a point, like the white man helped so and so versus Jay-Z in a specific part of her career. I think it may have been her first album or some shit like that. I don't have the tweet memorized. She's, prolific when it comes to tweeting, but I remember like in her Rock Nation
her Rock Nation rant, her anti-Rock Nation rant.
Anti-Rock Nation rant, she was saying something to that nature. And again, I don't have the facts, so if I'm wrong,
no, I get you. Here's my thing, and I don't know for sure either. I'll tell you two things. One, I wouldn't put it past her, right? Not like that. I'm just saying, if I found out that was true, it wouldn't surprise me. Here's my other thing. Any of the issues that you're having with Jay-Z and Rock Nation, contractual, personal, professional, whatever kind of issue you're having with Rock Nation, I don't see how that translates to hopping on stage at Turning Point USA and sitting down with Erica Kirk.
I get it. I get it.
Especially if Jay has never said publicly, help me if I'm wrong, he's never said anything publicly about you. Meanwhile, Erica's widow came right out and said you were not a good role model for 18-year-old black women. Like, and that he's on record saying that.
Yeah.
I didn't bring that up, but yeah, that's literally there. You can't, it's indisputable. Like, so I don't know.
Wait a minute, not even the dead you. The industry has been wanting to blackball Nicki for years. I think she's looking to find a new position outside of the music industry. That's not I can kind of see that. Maybe all of this is her positioning herself for the next move because she doesn't have any legs to stand on in the business. She has been burning a lot of bridges, like
right,
rappers and going against Jay and Rock Nation. And
in the lane that she's in, she ran out of power because she burned so many bridges, right? So there's nowhere for her to gain an ally because she burned so many bridges that people won't touch her now. So, but she wants power. She wants to be, a force in some way besides for, her Instagram followers or her Twitter followers or whatever. And the only way she's going to get that now is to do something different. And it has to be completely different because everybody over here, for the most part, besides for, her diehard loyal fans, they aren't rocking with her. So she's got to pivot. She's got to do something else. And like I said, with her realizing what a cult following does and that you can say and do anything and they'll follow you to the depths of hell, you know, I feel like that's the way she decided to go.
That would make.
Token Pin, I'm gonna bring you up too.
Sorry.
Wait, can I? I need to take somebody down in order to bring somebody else up.
I'm out. Peace.
You can take me out. I just wanted to say this last thing to
Token, stay put. I'm gonna bring you up. Go ahead, bro. Go.
Point. To that point, that would make sense to me if she didn't have proof of doing, like, I think she had a Amazon show and an Apple Music show.
Mm-hmm.
So unless she's gonna be on, like, the new Ellen DeGeneres, she has the audience, she has the backing to do it anytime that she, chose to do that. So, and there's proof of concept with it. Those shows were successful. Even if you're basing it off of today's metrics with virality and stuff like that, she's had enough viral moments where I think any company, if Nicki was just, and this is kind of what I don't know if she's sound right now in mind, but I'm not gonna put that on anybody. This is just my personal, assessment, observation. So I feel like any company, let's get Nicki Minaj on a morning show or a talk show. I think they would at least have money aside to take that gamble and invest in a few episodes.
You think so? I think she comes off as too unstable for them to do.
No,
that
today maybe, but I don't think prior to this 180 that would have been a problem.
But that's my point. I'm gonna let you go after this, but I agree with you. But that's my point. I think the world was her oyster, even outside of the music business, because those 10 million plus followers that you have who are rabid consumers and rabid supporters will follow you into the next thing as long as you don't turn them off. But giving them all the collective finger, you know what I mean? Fuck all y'all, I'm out. Like now they're not coming with you. You lost 10 million on the gram in like hours. That means people flew to their phones to dead you, to get you out of their fucking algorithm, off their feed. She had to shut down her
10 million casuals is a crazy amount.
I don't think these are casuals. I think 10 million. I don't think these are
from
casuals.
The core? You think they're from the core?
10 million gotta be. Look, take a Venn diagram, right? Let's say she had 20 million altogether.
Right.
5, 10, 15, 20. If 5 are casuals, 5 are hardcore, 5 are just followers, and another 5 are just music lovers. In the Venn diagram of who's who, there's a lot of everybody sprinkled in 10 million, half.
Yeah.
Jump ship. That means somebody from column A, column B, column C, and column D got the fuck out of there.
You're right.
Her black audience, her LGBTQ plus audience, these are people that are not going to allow you to get on Turning Point USA and say the things that you said and endorse the things that you endorsed and just be like Joe Budden. He wiped his hands with her today. Like he's been diehard Nicki like forever, and he was like, you know what, I'm out. I can't do it anymore because what you're doing and the stuff that you're promoting is the antithesis of helping the black community, and that's something that I just can't rock with, So I think there's a ton of people that feel that way, whether it be from the LGBTQ plus community or black community or people that are just liberals, that listen to her music and thought of her as a someone that they rock with.
Dope. I want to thank you for coming up and sharing with us.
Can't hear you no more, Mac.
Who? Me? You can't hear me? Token, can you hear me? Y'all can't hear me? Yikes. What did I do?
Token, I can hear you. I can't hear Mac.
Yikes.
Yeah, his audio is down for some reason. I'm not sure. But you can hear me, yeah?
Yes, sir. Sorry, this is my show now. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome to the LR Blitzkrieg Monday. Give me your thoughts, man. Go ahead.
I mean, I have a lot of conflicted thoughts about this.
Since they can't hear me.
Firstly, I wasn't aware of. Sorry, Max saying something, but the mic's not going to.
No. Wait, you can hear me now?
Just keep going. He'll be back.
Should I keep rolling?
Yes.
Okay, cool. A lot of thoughts about this. First and foremost, I agree with what you said, right, in regards to the core audience being split. I want to refer back to, do you guys remember when Eminem did the Trump freestyle?
Yes.
Back in like 2018,
Yes.
2016, I want to say
Mhm.
2015. Yep. He did the Trump freestyle, and half of his audience, who are technically white, I'm from the UK, so correct me if I'm wrong. They're
Sure.
probably middle America,
Yeah.
white, and they're hardcore Eminem. This is a white guy in hip hop. More than half of them split when he said the Trump thing. With
Mhm.
Nicki Minaj, I'm conflicted because, firstly, from a personal bias basis, I have a lot of females around me who literally like play her all the time, and
Mhm.
I'm like, okay,
Thank
what do you get from her? It's fine. You might relate to her from a female perspective. I can't see that perspective, but that's fine. But she has a very, very strong core audience.
For sure.
But we're in a time where I think everybody's like ethically literate. I want to say most people are ethically literate. You have
Okay.
obviously the younger generation who are like online and they're the trolls and whatever. But most people, like let's say 30 plus, are more ethically literate. I don't think that she will survive this. Not like Kanye anyway. She won't
Mhm.
survive this. She doesn't have the star power. She doesn't have the music to back it.
That's the thing for me. Like
That's the thing.
if she's able to come out with a smash album, you can survive anything with a smash album. Which
Yeah.
is it's crazy to say, but I don't think that she has the ability to make an album that is going to be so critically acclaimed that she can survive this.
Counterpoints to that, think about what
The
happened
chat can still
to
hear me,
Drake
yes?
last year,
Everybody in the
right?
chat, you
He
guys can
lost the
still hear me?
battle. Not saying that their situations are the
Just
same,
put a
but he
thumbs
lost
up
the
so
battle.
if you can hear me in the chat.
Came back with a bunch of
Doesn't
tunes
seem like they
that
can.
were like
I'm not sure what
hard
that.
drive things. It wasn't an album, but he had a few smashes on that. That
Hmm.
didn't necessarily rekindle his
You can hear me
flame
in the chat. Put a thumbs
or
up.
make him more admirable to the masses as
Guns.
before. It
Salute.
didn't happen. I don't think it's not going to
Not
happen for
Flake.
Nicki Minaj because he's not as.
We're gonna work in the new year.
I might be a bit ignorant here as to the American audience, but speaking for the UK, Africa, Asia, she's
Okay, they
not
can hear me in the chat.
held to that high of a regard as most
And thumbs up over here.
stars from
You
the
guys.
US. So
Okay, so
possibly I might be wrong, but I just wanted to give that take because from our side, from the world, from the
Right.
UK, Europe appreciates real hip hop.
me on YouTube.
Wu Tang come to Europe to perform.
Yeah.
Mobb
Not
Deep,
sure what that's about.
Nas. Fucking, I'm listening. I was writing to Lucini, Camplo right now before I jumped on here. These are the artists that Europe appreciates. Nicki Minaj is literally at the bottom of the totem pole. I think if this situation is popping in America, here everybody is like, yeah, we kind of knew she was like this anyway, so I don't know. That's just my perspective.
Yeah, I hear you. What's up, Mac? What are we doing here?
They can hear me just fine over the comments.
I feel like
So let me do this.
let's not.
I can mute these mics. I can mute both the mics and completely take over. I think they can hear each other, but I can't hear them now. She's 100% talented. This is the reason they haven't been able to get rid of her. That's Paula White. I dig where you're coming from. This might be a good thing for young black girls.
You muted me?
Up. Yeah.
Can you hear me now? What is going on?
I could hear you the whole time.
I think the Barb's got us, yo.
That's hilarious. My man stepped in, and all of a sudden, you guys couldn't hear me, which is nuts.
And the Barb's infiltrated your stream, fam.
The whole chat could still hear me the entire time. You guys said you couldn't.
All right, I'm
not sure what that's about, but this is a great constructive.
So if I turn on my audio on YouTube, I can hear you with a delay.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's because I'm on both. I have the YouTube running, but it's on mute. My YouTube is on mute, so I don't have to hear myself talking back, but you can still hear me. She's 100% talented. That's the reason why they haven't been able to get rid of her. Am I logging, or is this the stream? I got both going, so pick your poison. She has absolutely no morals at all. Yeah, it's hard to see.
One of them is lagging.
Yeah, you got to mute one. This might be a good thing. This might be a good thing for young black girls if she keeps this up. Nicki is talented as hell, but ratchet as fuck. So I do see an upside to this. Mr. For your sister, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you on that. I that point's been made before. I just watched the part of the conversation between Earn Your Leisure and Jim Jones, where Jim Jones was telling the audience how Sexy Red was a superhero, and you know they Rashad and Troy took a bit of an issue with that, and you know their whole thing is at some point we have to be responsible as a culture, and we have to start like being real with each other, and what's a good influence and what isn't it, what's a terrible fucking influence. We have to start keeping it a buck, and I completely agreed with that. I'm not sure. I don't know if Nicki can come back from this, and I do take issue with that. Yeah, I get you. Are you looking forward to Drake's Iceman album? I'm looking forward to my album, but I'm curious to see what it sounds like. I'm curious to see what all these albums sound like. I'm curious to see what it looks like we're going to be doing moving forward. Yeah, no, my video quality is trash, but again, moving forward, I'm going to be taking all of this way more seriously. So expect all of that to change. I got you. I hear you, and I got you. I just wanted to talk to y'all. I'm way more concerned about what it is than how it looks at this point. And I don't want to stop having conversations with you guys until everything is perfect. As long as we can talk, I want to talk. I can't find you on Tidal. No, I'm not on any streaming. I'm not on anything right this second. Everything's down until it's time to really get it popular. I don't want to talk about me, guys. I want to talk this thing about. She doesn't want to come back. She knows that she's talented, but she burned her brain cells. She's a big time snow bunny. Jesus, Paula. Sheesh. To everybody who's on YouTube, and everybody's on Instagram, in case you guys don't know, my supporters are savages. The people who rock with me are really savages. They're hip hop heads, and they are cool as fuck, and they are intelligent and witty and clever and thinkers and feelers and they're analysts when it comes to this. That's the people who I draw to me, but they are savage. I don't know if that was necessary, Paula. Sheesh, a big time snow bunny. I do not know if she has real ties to the black community, but if she does, we are forgiving, even to our detriment. You're right. You're right. We are pretty forgiving in this community. We do let a lot of shit slide. I'm not sure we can afford to, though. I'm not sure that's a good thing. Blitz, I saw you jump ship when you lost the. You couldn't hear me anymore. But thank you for pulling up. Appreciate you guys for pulling up. That just made me think of gospel rap Nicki with multiple personality disorders. It's not a good thing. I hear you. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. My brother Gat Murder would be yelling at me right now if I didn't tell everybody to like, share, and subscribe on this stream and let the whole world know what we're doing. I had somebody hit me up in one of my comments and said, ever since he's been off the show, I forgot this dude even existed. They were talking about me, which is wild to me because I've been busy as fuck. But I guess when you're not showing everybody everything that you're doing, it doesn't count. And, you know, if a tree falls in the woods and nobody's around to hear it, it doesn't make a sound. I guess that's that. Subscribed and shared. Thank you, Jerry. Yes, please, folks, subscribe and share. I'm going to be doing this way more often, and it would be nice to know that the people who rock with me are going to be here to have these combos with me. And everybody here on Instagram, please pull up over on YouTube. The link is in the bio. Either the StreamYard or the YouTube. You can pull up right now. We're having this conversation. So if there's anything you want to add to this, please come on over so I can pull you up on the stage and we can have this talk. Am I the only person that did not think that Nicki was on Turning Point USA? I did not recognize her. Oh, nah, bro, that might have just been you. That was definitely, that might have just been you, but she definitely has not been herself for quite some time. And I'm not sure if there's anything anyone can do about that. Huge fan of Meg. Oh, thank you, Paula White. Paula White, P3Q. Paula White, P3Q. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it, and I'm gonna make it worth it. You're supporting me. I'm gonna make you proud. I'm not gonna. I promise I won't turn up on Turning Point USA and embarrass you, which is one of the things I can't get away from as far as people who make fandom their entire personalities. Like if you're a Trump supporter and you're running around wearing the red hat, you done added it to your wardrobe. You now have to, you know, people are looking at you whenever he does something crazy. And I feel the same way for the Barbs right now. You are a Barb and you have that in your Instagram, you know, Barbie, whatever, and Barb and Boy Barb and some of the more clever ones I've seen. If you're running around and you've been, you know, one of those vicious Barbs that she calls on or come to her defense whenever somebody shits on her. I don't know how you justify to yourself rocking with her now that she's aligned herself with a brand and a group that is anti everything she's ever seemed to stand for. I don't know how you do that. That's gotta be terrible for you guys. It's gotta be rough. But it's real, but it's gotta be rough. I don't know how you do it. Oh, thank you. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm seeing all the numbers pulling up, doing real. Thank you. Much appreciated. Has she been changing for a minute? I think the first time I started getting calls about Nicki's behavior was when she went in on Cardi's children. I think that might have been one of the first times. No. The first time was when it was right after Meek, when she actually got married and people found out about her husband's background. And then I recall like her actions being a little, oh, wow. But definitely when she went there with Cardi's kids, it was like a lot of folks were having a really hard time justifying that. We need 8 bars at the end of every line. That's not bad. It's not a bad idea. Wait till a project drops, and then we'll see about that. When the project comes out, we'll see about that. Run it up, day. Salute, King. Good to see you, young man. B. Rad Roberts. Merry Christmas, Meg. You're genius. Oh, happy Tony Snow Day to you, too. One time for UGK, Underground Kings. That's what kind of Christmas sweaters I rock and some culture shit. Well, Meg, how do you explain black Trump supporters? We have black people out here voting for that goofball. How do I explain black Trump supporters? There are multiple. I sat in, don't forget, if you were familiar with the show, you've seen me sit in a room full of black Trump supporters. That was the only kind there. And yeah, there are some dudes who show that they just don't like women. They just don't like women. Like, to be anti-Kamala to the point where you're pro-Trump, some of these dudes just didn't like women. Not all of them. And there will always be a group of people who vote against their own best interests. And honestly, I don't know how to explain people who do that shit. I don't know what to tell you. I wish I did. I kind of wish, because if I understood it, then maybe I could. If I understood it well enough to explain it, maybe then I could actually, get through to some of these folks. But I don't get it. I don't get how proximity to power, or proximity to perceived power, or proximity to privilege or perceived privilege is still a thing for people who don't have any of the above. I don't know how they're still on that kind of time. Trump has never shown you anything that says, and this is me drifting off into politics again, he's never done anything that says, I'm here for you. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. I've never seen a president have so many hate groups, brand new, fresh hate groups pop up on their watch. Before, we just had skinheads in the Klan. Now we got all kinds of motherfuckers out here. This dude is creating new racist groups. They got new uniforms and new flags and new boots and different ties and different haircuts. These motherfuckers got all kinds of just new militias popping up. I don't know how you do that. Who's this? Sent a request to be in your live video. Bro, you should pull up to the... Okay, let's see how this goes. Don't pull up. Let's see how this goes. I don't know if this is gonna work. I thought I just let you come up. Pull up. Yeah. Okay, I'll accept the request. We'll do one from IG since we did like 4 or 5 from over here. And he's going. Okay, well, I gave it a shot. Be right about 6 sweater, my guy, UGK for life. Rest in peace, pimp. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on, everybody, on Instagram? Link in the bio. Link in the bio. Pull up. Currently live on YouTube and StreamYard. Pull up over here and we can have the conversation. Pull you up on camera. We can actually talk about it. But I'm not sure if there's that much sheep. Wow. Okay, well, Paula just gave you the answer that maybe I was tiptoeing around a little bit. Sheep. There's always going to be somebody who votes against their own self-interest, and you'd have to ask them why that is. They've allowed themselves to believe that someone who's got lies on film, lies on camera, and lies on paper, like someone who is habitually not being honest, why they think he's believable now. And you'd have to ask them why that is. I got nothing. Oh, Token's back. Let's pull the bro
up. Peace, brother. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Come on. We tried it before. We blacked out. Come on. Let me hear it.
The brother before said the Bob's got us in it. So yeah, it might be the case. But nonetheless, I wanted to pick your mind off a different topic, if that's okay with you. Just a slightly different topic, but still hip hop, not politics.
1 second. Kid Capri. Salute to the guy, Kid Capri. He's in the chat right now. One time for the guy, Kid Capri. One of the best DJs on earth in the history. One of the best to ever do this shit. Don't get it confused. Don't get it fucked up. His rap game is nuts. His DJ game is iconic level, God tier. And his production game, if you haven't heard Like That by him and Jay-Z and Soundtrack to the Streets, you are missing out on a vital part of your life. Kid, salute to you. I'm over here on YouTube. If you want to pull up, please do. We're having this Nicki Minaj conversation, trying to get to the bottom of what she's doing. Yes, shout out Kid Capri in this live. Like, that's the guy, one of the dudes who deserves it. So one time for the guy, Kid Capri. The Kid, if you want to pull up, again, I'm over here on live, and I got to get you on as a guest on my show once I get that started. But Togan, I didn't want to. Pardon me, Pitt. I didn't want to take away from you.
No, that's the god, Kid Capri. Salute.
That's a fucking fact.
His production on Big L's Put It On is one of my favorite. Kid, respect.
You're being saluted over here, kid. You might want to pull up. The link is in my bio. You're being saluted, bro. I might need you to pull up over here. And I got the link to this in the title. So please, if you just pull up, it'd be an honor to have you. Go ahead, Pen, hit me.
Respect. Quick little shift in topic. I know it's a Nicki Minaj convo, but quick little shift. I wanted to ask you specifically, since I know you have ties to the great, amazing Royce the 5'9", if I may.
He is great and amazing. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Royce is a god MC. He does have a few classics. I've always been on the mountain, and I'm gonna die on that hill. Anybody in the comments? If you don't agree with this, it's cool.
I'm not
gonna argue with anybody else.
Don't pick a fight. Ain't nobody gonna fight you up that. Listen, this hip hop heads around here, bro. You've come to the right place. You're home. I have Kid Capri in my comments right now. Like, you don't get more hip hop real shit than that. So don't look for a fight where there ain't one, bro. Just come on, hit me with your question.
I'm teasing, Kid Capri, salute. But nonetheless, I've always been on the mountain that Royce the 5'9" always outshined Eminem on any single song.
Mm-hmm.
They are two of the technically best rappers when it comes to putting words together. Multi-syllables, metaphors, entendres, triples,
Mm-hmm.
alliterations, whatever. I've always been on the place that Royce has always killed M on every verse. Even on his verse that leaked for Renegade, that it was his verse and then it got replaced by Jay-Z's, I think Royce did a better job than both M and J. That's the mountain I'm dying on. Guys, just let me know what you think. But I just want to stir up some shit and let Mac get in trouble. Peace. I'll put myself on mute.
I'm not gonna get in trouble. I'll tell you exactly why I won't get in trouble. Number one, because Royce is actually a friend of mine, right? So somebody coming on my live telling the entire world how he's like one of the best MCs on earth, he can't fuck with me. But I'll give it. But one of the best MCs on earth, I'm not gonna ever get in trouble for that. That's number one. Number two, his brother is my man. Like, Royce is my man. His brother is my man. Shout out to Vish. And Vish Vish is an alien that people don't pay enough attention to in my book. I also have just a couple seconds ago, Corey Guns popped up over here. That's another dude whose pen is elite level. So I'm not gonna get any trouble by you saying that, because out of everybody we just talked about, the only person whose number I don't have is Eminem. So Eminem can't call me and disagree with me. Royce can call me and tell me he agrees with me. So will Vicious, and so will Kid Capri, and so will Corey Guns. They're all calling and call and say, "Yo, that dude you had on who said I was dope, yeah, he's right." That's exactly how that's gonna go. I'm not gonna get in any trouble. So you're not stirring up shit in this neighborhood by telling us who you think the better MC is, because that's the kind of conversations I like to foster. Those are the kind of talks I would prefer to have. Even when we're talking about Nicki, the main reason, as Ohio, I can't even say it, Ohio boy Quan just said, we all heads, bro. Everybody in here is a head. The reason why, and somebody in the chat agrees with you, I totally agree. Times I do put Royce over M. See, now Royce is a top 5 MC for sure. He did not outshine J or M on Renegade, in my opinion. His right version was released. See, this is the kind of talk I would prefer to have. The reason why we're discussing Nicki is because what she's doing is so drastic. And I've never seen this drastic of a move. with the exception of Kanye saying slavery was a choice. I haven't seen anything like that since then. But Kanye has not been known as Kanye hasn't been known as a pro-black rapper since after College Dropout. Like he gave us some of those bars in College Dropout. He talked about that a little something, but that's not his aesthetic. That's not what he's been on. Nicki has cultivated and curated and created this fan base filled with women and LGBTQ plus people. That's been her thing, right? I'm sure, and it's women and LGBTQ plus community members. I have never seen someone flip on their own base. It's almost like she's trading them in for the crowd that absolutely doesn't fuck with them. And I don't understand. If please, go ahead, man. I'm listening.
Can I say something? Are we surprised though? One thing
I am surprised. I'm surprised. Go ahead.
One thing that K. Dot said last year, not to refer to Kendrick again, but one thing that K. Dot said last year when he was talking about that Drake battle is, he said on it's not Family, not Family Matters, Meet the Grahams, was like, you've never given us anything to believe in. Nicki's an entertainer. She does come from an MC background, but she's an entertainer of the highest caliber. But technically, she's never given her audience anything to stand on. The only song I can think about Nicki being introspective and giving something for our audience to kind of believe in and move with is Moment for Life, but I'm not that akin with Nicki's catalog. But nonetheless, what I'm saying is, are we surprised? Why are we looking at a celebrity who, the Jay-Z thing, right? She's been crashing out on Twitter for months. We're here at this particular point now. It's like, oh, what's happening to Nicki? I know Americans revere her, New Yorkers specifically. She's Queens, right? We don't have that where we are. So we're like, we've seen this. We've seen her crashing before. So my perspective is, okay, Nicki's crashing out, but this isn't anything new at the moment. It's like another Kanye situation. Why aren't we championing artists like Rhapsody, right? Why aren't we the Tierra Wax and the such? But that's just my opinion.
It's not a wrong. You're not wrong. I don't well, let me put it this way. I don't disagree with you. What you said, she never gave us anything to believe in. The word us in that sentence is doing heavy lifting because she wasn't talking to me and you. You understand? We're not her core fan. We're not the people that I'm talking about. I was very specific. Women in the LGBTQ plus community. If you've ever seen those movies where they have the guys who go on stage and do the RuPaul thing, like the dudes who dress like women and they're female entertainer, like if you've ever watched that world specifically, and I grew up in a house full of women, I've seen all of it. There are a couple of icons in that world, right? Diana Ross, what's this chick's name?
David Bowie, yep.
Cher. Like there are a couple of women who all the guys who dress up as women want to look like. Nicki she got herself into that realm. Like they were dressing up like Nicki Minaj. They were doing her music too. Bette Midler and Barbara Streisand. Like there's a handful of women who are just seen like as icons in that world. Nicki was in that group. And she has aligned herself with like the bizarro version of that group. Like this is the group that hates that other group, that would outlaw that other group if they could. Like that group has the group that Nicki represents or represented had no reason to trust or love or even respect the audience that she was in front of, the organization that she went to go speak at, Turning Point USA. And that's what's fucking my head up, because not only was that does this feel like career suicide? But it doesn't even, like, on the surface, it doesn't make it. It's just like it's not just bad artistically. Like, I don't think these people are going to support your music the way your core fan base already did. It doesn't make any sense financially. I don't think they're going to, like, I don't think you can get the same kind of endorsement dollars representing Turning Point USA that you could get when you were just representing yourself and representing that group that loved you. And for you to tell them, it's okay, boys, it's okay to just be boys. I went to a crown event years ago. Elliot Wilson was hosting it. Shout out to Elliot. That was his event. And he had Nicki on stage. And Nicki would get into like a little bit of her rhyme. Yo, it was me and like maybe 4 other journalists sitting there. Every time she started a little bit of the rap, or every time she like got into a song, the crowd surrounding us got up out of their chairs and started kicking her rhymes loud as shit. She didn't even get to finish it. There was this one kid who, he was a kid, he was a dude, but he was dressed like her. He couldn't wait. Every time she rhymed, he got up, ran to the front of the stage, and started just like going off with the lyrics every time. And that's the group who you just told. It's Madonna's another one. Thank you, Paula White. Madonna's another one who was in that same world. Go ahead, Pen. I'm listening.
For example, backpacking on that same point. On that same point. If I'm a fan, right? The artist that I look up to, my greatest artist or my favorite artist, probably not the greatest, is Lupe Fiasco. Right?
Good taste.
Lupe, if you're hearing this, I'm sorry. If you see this, I'm sorry. But most people refer to Lupe or the industry or fans or whatever. He's a bit difficult, right? For lack of a better word, people say that Lupe is a bit of an asshole. I didn't say that. Go to FD Signifier. I didn't say that. It's hard to be a Lupe stan. Lupe has directly the fans who went to do a protest for him in front of Atlantic Records when Anonymous came out, and they fought for his album. Lupe dissed every single one of us. You niggas ain't shit. He had a period between 2014 to 2016 where it was crashing out on everybody. I can understand, right? Because he is who he is, whatever. But he gave us something to believe in. Even if it's Nicki's audience, right? Whether it's transgender, gay, whatever the case, right? Even if it's her audience that she's doing it to, I don't think, personally, Macklemore is the only person I can think who's ever done a song about gay rights. Do we know anybody else? Probably apart from an episode of Boondocks where Aaron Magruder did an episode.
That don't count. You stop that. That don't count.
I'm just saying. But I don't even think Nicki's given them something to believe in. The reason why, regardless of what Lupe does, even if Lupe... Sorry, let me just finish this point real quick, Mac.
What she gave them, again, they would have to be the ones to tell you. But what she gave them was, unapologetic, bad bitches, I'm your leader. Like, it may seem superficial to us, but whatever she was saying to them, they really heard and they really rocked with. Like, I hear your point. I didn't mean to cut you off. I hear where you're coming from, but you have to remember, we're not women. We're not in that life. Like, it's not for us. She maybe she didn't stand up and have messages like that, but okay, perfect example. Mark Lamont Hill just got chewed out for pointing out to Nicki that it wasn't only Christians that were being massacred in Nigeria. Now the guards came at his neck for spreading false information. Meanwhile, he's a scholar on the area and they didn't want to hear shit because Nicki said it was true. That's what she gave them. She gave them something to rally around and get behind. They rocked with her. Betty, what up? I didn't want to just leave you out there. It's about time we stopped this sword fight, and I wanted to get at least one woman in here. Thank God.
I'm gonna step out, guys, so she can have a platform. Respect.
Thank you, Pin. Thank you. Much
Appreciate
appreciated. Betty, please sprinkle us with this Latina wisdom. Please.
So, well, I agree with your point of view. And sorry, in the background, you might hear my dishwasher. I can't help the noise. So
Nobody's gonna shit on you for being domestic and having clean plates to eat off. I don't think that's the thing to do.
So, anyways, so I've been listening as also, excuse my appearance. I was taking a shower, but I've been listening to
I need you to stop with the
Okay,
qualifier.
I just explained.
Oh, and Paula, one second. Paula, if you would please come on up here. It'd be nice to have another woman up here so Betty knows she has some company. It's not just, one big saucy around this bitch. Come on up if you would please, Paula. Go ahead, I'm listening, Betty.
So my take on what I saw, and I'm going to be honest, the moment I started listening to why she would even be invited to be on a panel to discuss anything politics, but I'm listening, I'm giving her my ear because I want to see maybe she had an epiphany and was not going to say crazy shit, and that was not the case. And the more she spoke, the more I was like, I'm no longer A, supporting her, and B, no longer going to listen to what she's saying, because I believe, like, this is my opinion, I know it's not everyone's, I believe, like others, like Yeezy, who say off the wall shit, and then I'm supposed to just forget it the next day because, oh, they just say crazy shit. I'm older, like you mentioned, I'm Latina. I'm very sensitive right now about a lot of things. So to hear somebody that is not one of them all of a sudden saying that she really sides with people leading the country right now and the things that they're doing, and kind of trying to diminish all the horrible things that are going on and that could come in the future. Mm-hmm. And in a way, you want to side with her because it seemed like initially her intent was to really do good, and it just seemed like it went into the shitter the more she kept on talking. Now, I believe, from hearing everything she's saying, and for the past years, as I mentioned in the comments, all the things she says, it's bananas. It's like Ray J to me. It's like, it seems like, and I believe, don't they do lives together where they're just like one-upping each other on the crazy shit they say? This is why I believe she's really doing it, because she wants attention. And this is what I meant by that she wants to feel relevant. I'm noticing a lot of big acts who maybe no longer have the attention that a younger act might have, are getting like desperate to get the limelight. No, and it seems like they don't give an F what they say, what they do, as long as it's a shocker and it's going to get the spotlight on them. That's what they're worried about. And to then read, because I'm also somebody that came from another country to America, got my citizenship. I'm not illegal, but I still am very concerned by a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And it made me think, so wait a minute. So then she's not here legally. And then I also heard that she could be looking in for the best interest of whomever her companion or partner is, because I don't know her personal life like that. Because they were saying that he's a PDF.
Yeah.
So all these things coming into play, I'm just realizing, oh, so she just lacks integrity. And she's really like a crabs in a barrel mentality. And she's trying to make sure everybody else stays down, and she's looking out for her own interests. So can I support an artist, whether or not I rock with their music, when they lack integrity? Cannot. I'm sorry. I will not sell my soul to listen to anybody's music or to support their content. And that's my opinion. Now, being a woman.
Oh, well, here we go. Everybody over here on Instagram, the conversation is happening on YouTube. Pull up, the link is in my bio. Go ahead, pull up. We're having a talk over here. This is B74, aka Betty. She's letting us have it. I letting her take a breath because she just covered the Latina part and she's about to jump off on the woman part. And
Yeah.
I wanted everybody, please pull up. Nigga Ray J said it. Okay, wait. Bring all that over to YouTube, guys. The link is in the bio. Like, I'm only on Instagram, so I can tell you to come to YouTube. But come over here. You can get on camera and we can actually talk. But pull up over here. The chat is live, and Betty is about to give us the woman perspective. And this is the first woman perspective I've had on this chat. Y'all are really killing me. All the women over here, y'all got Betty over here just lonely as a motherfucker with the dishwasher running in the back.
I don't feel well. Actually, I'm not surprised though, Mac. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm not surprised because the amount of women that condone that type of rhetoric and the administration is bananas to me. The fact that we're getting stripped by our rights and they don't care. It's like, I don't know if they realize, okay, maybe you're not into the Latino plight, but homegirl, you are a whole woman, an entire woman. Pretty soon, it doesn't matter what you say. They will tell you, oh, that's good, girl. Sit down. Sit down because you don't have the gonads to have an opinion. And I just don't understand how a woman and a woman that is not white, no matter what you are, you ain't white. And I don't know how much greed is a factor in her decision making, but eventually not all the greed in the world and not all the money in the world is going to take away the fact that they're going to ship you back wherever they want to send you, because they're not even going to send you back to wherever you're from. And I'm speaking in behalf of what things could, my comment about things that could happen in the future.
No, I get
so
you.
You're doing all this and you're just encouraging them. Like, you see, she's okay with it. And that's the stance that those type of people end up taking. Oh, well, the first thing they'll say now is, well, Nicki Minaj ain't got no problem with it. And look who she is. And she supports us.
Right.
I see it as such a betrayal that no, I will not support her and I will not change my mind in the future and support her. So that's my opinion again. But I already for years, Meg, let me tell you, for years, with all the antics, I'm just like, I can't support an artist like that. I will rather support an underground artist that has a crazy rap game. Isn't maybe Nicki Minaj, but she has morals. I saw somebody mention Rhapsody. There's so much talent out there that are females and actually have integrity that I rather support that than and move her up and have her be the person that maybe goes to the UN or maybe goes somewhere and lets them know the way it really is, as opposed to supporting somebody that it's just everything they say. It's bringing down the culture. It's bringing down anything that has to do with the female plight in this country. I could go on. So I don't know if you can tell, it's infuriating to me. And the fact that now she has all this media on her about it, it's like, that's not what I want. So what I do is I usually just mute the situation. And whenever I see it, the fact that I'm coming on here and discussing it with you, it's only because it's you. If it was someone else, I would have not said a thing.
You'd rather starve a narcissist of the attention.
Exactly, which is what I do with, unfortunately, people like Kanye, because I used to love me some Kanye, and then, and I know a lot of people feel the same way, but in the same with R. Kelly. It's something where, as a person, I got to make the decision to pick integrity. Like I always say in my lives, pick integrity every day. Sometimes it's going to be lonely. Like now I'm here by myself. I'm the only woman giving this opinion.
Paula, this is your fault. You can stop sewing long enough to come on up here and back your girl up, Paula. You're killing me here.
You know, well, maybe she doesn't agree. Maybe it's one of the women that is like, nah, I'm cool with it.
Here's the thing. I tend to attract thinkers, right? Thinkers tend to be the people who pull up and support me. I'm not gassing y'all, but I tend to attract hip hop heads, thinkers, analytical people, right? So even if somebody didn't agree with you, even if they didn't agree with you, there'd be a reason why they didn't agree with you, and they'd be able to articulate it, because that's the kind of people that I attract. I know Paula. I've met Paula. Me and Paula have been cool. Like, I know how she gives it up. I know how she thinks. I'm in my mind right now. Her hair is not done, and that's why she won't pull up. Like, it's something silly like that. She don't like what she's wearing, or something like that, or the background she may think is too. It's something very girly that's keeping her from off of this camera. Which if Paula, when I see you, I'm giving you a wedgie. Meg knows me well. See, she's in the chat right now saying,
"Okay,
when I see you,
I hope I repped well, Paula."
I think integrity has never been high on the list for most artists in a certain age, in a certain era. I think integrity went out the window, especially when sales became more important. I think hustle began to win over talent, and I think in that sense, especially you throw in the fact that attention is the new currency. You throw that in, and you have a mixture that will create an era full of artists who will do anything. Who will do anything? To maintain attention, to maintain status, to maintain wealth. My curiosity, the main thing that brings me on here discussing this with you guys, is the fact that I can't see how this move maintains any of that.
I think it's ego, Mac. I think it's ego. I think she honestly thought, because I'm noticing there's a lot of artists that they're like, no matter what I do, I'm not gonna get canceled, and they don't realize.
Okay.
They don't realize that right now there is so many people losing everything because of all the changes and all the things that are going on, that people are starting to have a change of opinion on whether or not I will still support you. Now it's becoming where I'm gonna have to pick integrity on this one, because if we still support you saying all those things, and then knowing the inside scoop, like you're not legal, like, you know, your situation with, you're probably trying to do it for your benefit and your man's benefit. You're not caring if the things you're saying are negative, and that, you know, not everybody's followers have a good head on their shoulders and will listen to whatever you say. Like you guys were saying, I mean, the best example is the people, like y'all were just saying earlier, everyone that voted for who they voted for. It's become something where you really got to watch what you say, especially if you have a big following. And I think she honestly thought, no matter what I say, not now and not in the future, no matter what I say, they're still going to support me. I'm personally happy to hear that some people got some cojones out there and they were like, unfollow.
Oh, not just some people. 10 million apparently. And I need any of those 10 million to pull up over here and subscribe to my channel. As you're watching these people,
or mine.
Yeah, me and Betty both have earned it. We not wilding. We're not selling out. Subscribe, like, share, subscribe. Everybody over here, come on over to YouTube, like and subscribe. I got to keep doing this because I can hear Gat Taylor's voice in my head saying, "Yo, you're not shouting out your channel, man," which I never did when I was on My Expert Opinion.
I don't do it either. So yeah. I did want to also say this though, Meg.
Shoot.
I heard that she canceled, or she took off, you know, she what was it? She closed or whatever her account on Instagram.
Yeah.
So it might have been more, or possibly it was more, or it could be more if it wasn't for that she took the page down.
No, I said that earlier.
Yeah.
It was 10 million is where 10 million is what they saw when she stopped it. Like
In like a couple hours.
Yeah.
That's
By the time
bananas.
she got to it, she was 10 million down. Yo, 10 million is a lot of motherfuckers.
In a couple hours? Yeah.
I live in Manhattan. Like, I don't know if there are 10 million motherfuckers here. Like, I'm sure there are, but 10 million is a lot of motherfuckers. And they all ran and got the fuck out of there. That's
good.
Crazy. That's crazy.
I hope it gives me hope, Mac. It gives me hope that if other artists decide to do something similar, that they'll think twice before they think, you know what, I mean, because I'm sure a lot of people just for attention will just say whatever, like literally, because they're like, there's going to be no consequence. I'm glad, and I think that's the word of the day, consequences.
Yeah.
I'm glad they see, at least she does, that there are some consequences for voicing your opinions on social media.
Well,
say it.
I'm going to. I'm always going to. There are natural consequences for everything we do in life, for everything we say and do. I don't want artists to be afraid to express themselves. However, I do want all artists, all creatives, all people to be made aware of when you're on the wrong side of history. I think we have this thing in this life where we are beyond shame. And I really want to bring back shame. I think a lot of people need to be ashamed of the shit that they say and the shit that they do. And I think this is one of them. You should be ashamed of it. Like, I hear my grandmother's voice in my head. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I agree.
I think we need to find a way to bring that. I think some of these folks said 10 million is the population of some countries. Yo, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, she had a whole country just decide to dip, as Betty pointed out, right before she managed to dead her Instagram. It probably would have been a lot more folks. I think consequences are cool, but I think more important than just consequences, as important as those are, I think it can't be about if the other person feels embarrassed versus the rest of us standing for something, just not letting anything slide because, oh, well, that's just how she feels, or that's her opinion. That's a fucked up opinion.
Yeah.
Well, that's just how he came up. Well, he came up fucked up, and we should say something about that. Well, that's how he was raised. Well, he should stop that shit and grow the fuck up, because that's fucked up. Like, we should be able to say these things to our artists, and it shouldn't be a matter of, as long as they're making money, it's okay.
Yeah.
The ability to get paid from the rhetoric, well, I guess somebody likes it. Well, people like all kind of shit. It doesn't make it healthy. It doesn't make it cool. It doesn't make it all right to do. And this isn't even directed at Nicki specifically anymore. But if the wig fits, wear it. Like, I'm not, if people are mad at you, if your fan base is not fucking with the fact that they feel you sold them out and they have that's a legitimate gripe. Look who you're kicking it with. Look at the shit that you said.
Before I forget, I heard you make the comment where you were discussing how she said, let boys be boys. I took that she was trying to say, the old school saying, let boys be boys when they're acting up, doing bad things. I thought she was talking about the Epstein files.
Oh, no.
Oh, I was like, what?
No, she was talking about boys dressing like girls, aka 75% of her fan base.
But why? My thing is, why would you, knowing that that's your fan base? That's why I was like, no, she must.
Excellent question. Excellent question. You have just come all the way back around to exactly what I've been trying to get to since I started this. I don't understand this at all. I've never seen anything like it, and I've been covering music for a long time. Like the closest I've seen is Kanye, and Kanye didn't tell black people to start acting like white people. He said slavery. He said a lot of shit that was offensive to black people.
Yeah.
But he didn't say, "Hey, go be." But you tackle something as serious as someone's sexuality, the thing that you built, the audience that made you take them and you shame them for being what they've always been on your watch, in your presence, in your comments, in your defense. It's what they've always been, and you shame them for it. How the fuck?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is because she was on that particular platform and she's trying to side with the people she's trying to side with. And their whole movement, or a large portion of their movement, is to take over. That's it. And I'm choosing my words wisely because I don't, I know things, algorithms be flagging things now and whatnot. So I feel like maybe she's trying to do that for their benefit. Like, look, I don't think like them anymore. Now I'm one of you guys. Like,
Yeah.
still trying to do it for, again, their benefit, not for. I think you guys were saying it, that it seems like she's trying to move on now and not have the same following. Because why else would you shoot yourself in the foot? And the way to show your loyalty would be to shit on your fan base.
Publicly disown
Yes.
your base. I hear you. I hear you. I just
I would never do that, but then again, I wouldn't do half the shit. I wouldn't say half the shit she says, nor do half the shit she does.
okay. Imagine me, right? Imagine me releasing an album next year, being exactly who I've always been, and I blow through the roof. Like it just this the audience, the hip hop crowd loves me. The all the crowds that come fuck with me, there are way more of them than I thought. And next thing you know, I'm doing Drake numbers, like just crazy. Imagine I build a career 3-4 albums in, right? Let's say 5, just saw a solid career. 10 years have passed. I'm like exactly solidified where I am. And I turn around and go, fuck bitches, get money, sell drugs, shoot them in the head.
Oh. Uh-oh. You froze for me. Uh-oh. Did you say that? Oops. Uh-oh.
Okay. Yes, Mister for you. I get it. Yeah, okay. Bag it. I get it. Stop pointing it out. I get it. I heard you. Is NY Wi-Fi bad? Oh, you ain't shit. That was dead wrong. Nobody deserved that. Nobody deserved that. Yeah. Okay. I think we've exhausted this topic at least for tonight. Today's Wednesday. It's Christmas Eve. We'll let everybody go and be with their families. I have some work to do. Mister, I'm just fucking with you. I know what it is. I'm just fucking with you. I'm not that sensitive. But I really do believe that Cash Patel might be on our next out in this piece. But we've been here for 2 hours. Quick commercial break. You funny. You super funny. Quick commercial break. All I see is the black screen on YouTube. Yeah, let me go over and just make sure that that's still a thing. Okay, yeah, we back up on everything. But I'm gonna. It's possible I can send you some. Okay. Yes, I have an email for that. Resilient Zoe. I have an email for that, but it's not a free service. It's my consulting line, but I can definitely put it in there. You know what? Here you go. Here you go. Let me help you. Let me just put it in here. I'm putting the email that you need in the chat. Gmail.com. Okay, but it's not free, bro. It's not free. It's not something I do for free. But I will 100% hit you back and we can figure it out. There you go. Yeah, I think we've accomplished pretty much where we were at. Thank you for the free game. Oh, Meccaahnism Monday, every Monday. Folks, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's where all this fly shit is going to be happening. I'm not going to do lives on Instagram the way I used to. I'm now going to start bringing that attention over to YouTube because it's 9 o'clock. Thank you, darling. I've been neglecting that audience for far too long, and I need to knock it off and grow the fuck up and start talking to the people that are talking to me. So Snoop bent the knee because Trump pardoned Harry O. I've seen that before. I've seen that said before. That makes all the sense in the world. The only coup, salute. The Slytherin? The Sithrin? Happy holidays, King. Please be more vocal. Your take is needed. Respect. I'm with you, and I got you. And I apologize for not being that. It's worth considering behind the scenes influences. Same shit with Snoop, etc. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Definitely is. This move just baffles me. It's really just fucked my head up. And I know it's probably not that deep. It's probably just money, or maybe like everybody's saying, she wants a pardon for folks. But the pardons are federal, and his charges are state. You can't even do anything. The feds can't even do anything with that. I don't know if Trump has any influence, but maybe he does. But yeah, this is crazy. I've never it needed to be studied, and I had to come up here to tell everybody. I don't get it either. Maybe it's not for me to understand, but I'd be lying if I told you I did. I don't get it either. Yeah. Go. Everybody, go enjoy your Christmas. Go enjoy your holiday season. I put it that way. You won't even put a name on it, but if you got family around, enjoy them. If you're by yourself, enjoy that. But whatever you do, just be safe out this bitch, because it's weird. It is weird out there. I will be back live probably Friday. I'm going to start doing this like every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you have not subscribed, why did Snoop do that though? They're saying it's because he needed a pardon for Harry O. Right? But maybe that's something we could discuss. Hey, listen, Story is my name. You could have been on the live. You could have been over here on YouTube. We could have actually talked about that. Link is in the bio, folks. Go up there. Everybody follow the YouTube channel. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to whoever shared it, to the folks who shared it over on Facebook. Much appreciated. Love you for that. Trump just pardoned a lady in Colorado, and you ignored him because it means nothing on the state level. My point exactly. There's not a lot of people who know that. And the way she's moving around, I'm not sure if Nicki knows that. Or maybe she does, and a pardon isn't what she wants. Maybe she's just trying to shake shit up. Maybe this is one big marketing ploy for the new album, which seems super far-fetched, but I got nothing. I can't figure this out. I was silent the next time. Okay, cool. As long as you did that, then I got nothing else to say. I take it back. People, like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep these kind of conversations going. I hear you when you tell me you want me to be more active, and you're absolutely right. You guys are 100% right. Saying it right too. Excuse me, you're 100% right. I let working on music, my music, other people's music, take me away from this crowd, and I was a dumbass to do that. So let's get back in the swing of things. Give me a hand by like, share, subscribe, and yeah, Meccaahnism Monday chat happening on a Wednesday. As you can say it to my face edition, and I will see you guys on Friday if I don't see you sooner. Be safe. Let's shut this down. And y'all go eat something good. Hell, go eat someone good. Handle your business. Handle your scandal. Don't judge. Good, everybody. Live stream. Let's end that. Let's just end that stream.